All right, hello, and let's see here. Good afternoon, I guess. Uh, it's lunchtime, and we're back for some racing. Yes, if you remember, I did some past racing events, the NASCAR Gen 3s and the Gen 3 LM series. This time, I'm going to go for the stock US Gen 2s. These are the cars of the 1990s era. Yep. And right now I'll be driving the famed GM Goodwrench number 3 Chevrolet, driven by the late great Dale Earnhardt Sr. And we are racing at Daytona International Speedway, except this is the road course layout, not the Super Oval Speedway layout. I'm going to give it a go. It's going to be qualifying session. There's a total of 39 cars, including me. Yes, and a lot of well-known drivers you probably will recognize. Yes. Qualifying. Let's do this. This is only 4 gears, too. Only 4 gears. No traction control. No ABS. Just pure skill and hard driving. Alright. I got a good, fun question here. For all you Dale Earnhardt fans and new fans, what was the name given to Dale Earnhardt in his racing career, and why was it given? And then I'll give you the answer. I'll give you some time, and that will be when the actual race starts, of why he was given that name. I gotta familiarize this car that I'm driving. Like I said, doesn't have any of that electronic easy steering features, you know. Right now, I can tell this is going to be a very challenging. Yeah, this is a totally different stock car. It has a weird feeling compared to all the NASCAR simulators I've driven. This one, I think it's going to be a crazy handling car, but that's what I like about challenges. This is going to be totally different, so it's going to be a great experience. Yeah, for me it is going to be great. do a lot of trail braking and a lot of downshifting. Little love tap there by Davey Allison. Number 28, Ford Havoline car. That really did it for me. Like I said, these cars do not have any traction control or ABS. So you always have to anticipate your steering angles, the handling of your steering wheel. You gotta react very quickly. Just like that. Woo. I was coming too strong. I thought I could get up a lot more speed, But I gotta remember this, like I said, this doesn't have ABS. See if I can get good drops here. Next drop with Davey Ellison. Here I go. Got the new set lap record. Let's see, I got second place right now. Let's see if we got first place. Woo! First place. Pole position. Man, I beat those guys out. It took me a while to get used to it, but that's good. Man, that is pretty cool. Let's see if we could catch a replay on that. Going pretty fast there. Yeah, that's where I made an error. I was coming in too strong. But like I said, I just held steady. This is where I actually started getting better laps. Got the fastest lap time, and I was getting close to the top 5. And I did get a couple of drafts. So towards the end of the qualifier. Right here, I start maneuvering through the pack. To the end of the qualifying. Got a good drop right there from Davey Allison. And this is where I had to remember reaching the bus stop chicane. job there. Here we go on the final lap. There we go. And that's where I got my first place position. Yes, pole position. All right. Okay, now let's do some racing. Let's see here. Me in first position. I got Mr. Alan Kowicki. Yes, driving the ZRX. Mark Martin driving the Valvoline. Good old Davey Allison driving the Havoline. Ricky Rudd driving the Tide. And Brett Bodine, the old man Sterling Marlin, and young Kyle Petty, and one of the good old boys, Harry Gant, Ernie Irvin, another good driver, and the wild and crazy Darrell Waltrip. My mistake, Darrell Waltrip. Morgan Shepherd, another good old driver, and you got Terry Labonte, Kenny Schrader, yes, and another one of the Bodine drivers, and a rival of Dale Earnhardt, Dale Jarrett, and this guy, Rusty Wallace. Man, I remember seeing him, and I got a photo of him at the Brickyard 500. Yeah, and Wally Dallenbach. Yes, one of the drivers who came in through the Trans Am Series. Yes, if I remember. And Dick Trickle. I think this is where they used the name for the Days of Thunder, the last name. Rick Mass, another great driver. Jimmy Hensley, I didn't know anything about him, but he was in that era. And another cool cat, another brother, Michael Waltrip. Bobby Hamilton, another good driver. And the rookie of the bunch, Jeff Gordon. Yes. And we got Derek Cope, Ted Musgrave, Jimmy Spencer, he's a Wildcat. Greg Sachs, another driver coming from the Trans Am Series. And another driver, Dave Marcis. And 7-time NASCAR champion, Richard Petty. Yes. Driving the number 43. This one I think he was driving for Pontiac. And they got Bobby Hillin Jr., Chad Little, another new guy in the bunch, a rookie. Stanley Smith, I've never heard before. Eddie Birchwell is another good one. Lake Speed, a very good popular driver. James Hilton, Jimmy Means, Andy Belmont, and this guy, he's a great representative of Ford, driving the Melling Ford, Bill Elliott. And then there's Hunt Strickland, another good old driver. Okay, let's do this. Again, let me introduce myself for those who just got in. My name is Ray, aka HPSuprchrg2SS LS3. We're here at Automobilista 2, driving the StockUSAGEN2 NASCARs of the 1990 era. And we're here at Daytona International Speedway, except this is the road cars version. The same layout for the ROLEX 24 hours. Yes. Okay, so just sit back and enjoy. Let's do this. It's going to be a rolling start. cars lined up behind me. Okay, we're entering the road course section. Show you the different view camera points and angles. This is the passenger camera cam. And this is the, you may see the helmet cam, driver's helmet cam. And there's the rooftop cam. And you can see the cars all lined up. And then there's the chase cam, which I will show you the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet number 3. There you go. And I'll show you again the opposite layout. The final hairpin turn into the oval track. And there's the bumper cam. And hood or cowl cam. Okay, now we're getting set for the race. Got Alan Kowicki here. He's going to be my number 2 guy next to me. Reaching at the last end of one of the apex, the bus stop chicane. I love that Hooters car, and I love their girls. Woohoo! All right. There I go. Go.
Right rear corner.
Okay, I'm trying to get out in some room here.
Car right. All clear. On your left rear corner. Clear. One on your left. One on your right. Clear now.
Not a rubbing is racing.
Left side. You're clear.
gotta make sure I got a lot of head spacing from the cars behind me, because they will catch up.
Half length behind. Still there. 2 lengths behind. 2 back, still. Half length back.
And like I said, there's going to be a lot of trail braking. Yeah. Gotta protect the line there. You got Mark
Bait
Martin.
the top. We
Mark-
went tongue. Right
Got
rear.
Mark Martin. Oh, he just passed.
Is clear.
Gotta stay in the line here for the draft. Good. Nice. Woo, woo. Saved it. To downshift there. I was able to slow down a bit, so I was able to put myself through the turn there. Oh! One thing you gotta remind, when you're driving these kind of cars, you gotta remind yourself not to hold on too much on a particular steering angle on a particular apex. Like if you're making a left turn, don't hold it too much to the left because you're gonna end up going to the right to balance out the steering. You have to compensate left and right, like I'm doing right now. Because holding on a particular turn
Watch
on your
your
steering wheel, well, that
Car
car,
on your right. Clear. Watch your mirrors. He's on your right. 3 wide in the middle.
Mr. Martin, you cheater, you got me from behind.
He's clear.
Man, can't believe Mark Martin.
Right side. You are clear. Half length back. Still there, is looking.
Oh, that was a Mark Martin. That was
1 length behind. 2 lengths back.
That was Ricky Rudd, who made me go off course. Gave me a rub on the rear. All right. I hope you guys remember that question I gave on my qualifying of how Dale Earnhardt received his nickname and why. Here's a good reason, and it's a fact. Dale Earnhardt, Big E, he was called the Intimidator because of his aggressive driving, uncompromising driving style, where he would bump the competition.
2 wide, left side.
Race fiercely.
You are clear. On your left.
And use his presence
Clear.
to psychologically dominate the opponents on the track, often forcing them into a mistake or get out of their way, even to a win. There was a key moment in 1987. He was racing against Bill Elliott. They were just trading back and forth,
2 wide, right side. Okay, clear.
bumping, rubbing each other until they both spun out. At the same time, the Intimidator, he was able to control his vehicle, still going forward progress,
Is 2 lengths back.
and he won that race at the last lap. That's crazy. Yeah. You know, another thing is, he's also, his aggressive tactics,
2 lengths behind.
he was famous for trading paint. Got back to lead. Yeah. And using his car's bumper to move rivals. A move often called using the chrome horn. Yeah, that's what he says. Yeah. He has a never say quit attitude also. I love this guy. You know, I've always watched him when I was a teen. My God. In essence, Dale Sr., he has a combination of raw talent, strategic aggression, and sheer force of will, earning him the legendary nickname, the Intimidator, making him one of the NASCAR's most formidable driving figures of NASCAR, and even in other racing series too. Yes. All right. I hope I've answered your fun question, the best I can. All right, let's get back to the race. Almost lost it. pretty big lead, but they can catch up. Easy does it. You know, ever since I purchased my Club Sport shifter SQV1.5, I've been happy with it since I received it. That was some years ago. Especially when you have it set up at sequential mode. My God. Precision shifting, very quick. Yes. I use the H pattern too, which is, you could set that up too, but I prefer the sequential shifter. That's the new technology. Yep. Thank you, Fanatec. Thank you very much. Also, I am in process of getting me a sequential setup for my personal car, my 2010 Camaro SS 2SS, to switch it to a sequential shifter. Yes, it's gonna cost me a lot of money, but man, I need it. Whoop, almost made a mistake there. Okay, I'm gonna give you a different viewpoint. There we go. Okay, here's the question. What is the difference between, well, I don't think there's a difference, but in some of the race series, you notice there's no brake lights. So you gotta have instincts when the opposing opponents are gonna use their brakes on you while you're following them. Now that's a hard thing to do. Anticipating the braking. Yeah, that's I think the hardest thing. Anticipating the braking of your opponent when you're behind him. Oh, I blew it. Hold it steady. Yeah. Woo. I like this helmet cam view. It's pretty cool. It's like real natural reality. It gives the essence of blurriness in some areas, but it's always focused. Like if I was behind the car, it's always focused, but on the other surroundings, it's blurry because of the vibration of the car and the speed. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It takes time to get used to it, but I love it. Whoa, see that? Too much on the steering. The direction of the steering could be very lethal. So that's why you always have to compensate left and right, left and right.
Back. 1 length back.
Oh man, they caught up with me.
Still
They're
1
right
length
behind
back.
me. They caught up.
2 lengths back. 1 length back. Is 2 lengths back.
Yeah, I'm stay in the lower part of the speedway of the banking. One thing, when it comes to NASCAR, the shortest length is always being on the inside, say on the lower inside on an oval track. And it's like that on Apex is like this, but you gotta be careful about the speed bumps, the rumble strips.
Half length behind.
Look, one of them is behind me.
Still there. 2 lengths behind.
20 laps to go. Did it again. Oh, come on. to go. Hey, it looked like they all gave up on me. That's good. Oh my God. My first mistake. I gotta remember myself not to lean on the brake too much because that stops your car from making turns. I always have to remind myself of that. Oh, they're catching up. it's closed. Whoa. Just like I said, watch for those speed bumps. Those speed bumps and rumble strips. Oh my God. Damn, I can't believe I missed that. Luckily I didn't panic. Yeah, that's a blind spot. That sun's hitting you there. Whoa. 6 laps to go. Up there, but I'm good. Ray. Man, that's what happens when you look too back at the rear. to go. Got 2 laps to go. Okay, I'm reaching lap traffic, so I'm going to be very careful there. Got 2 laps remaining. 2 laps. One lap remaining. Lap 26, last and final lap. time using fourth gear in that area. It's always third gear. I'm hitting the bus stop chicane. Checker flag, yes. Woo! Man, that was cool. Alright. Woohoo! Hope you guys enjoyed this. It was a pretty cool race. Love it. Yes. Alright. Again, thanks for watching, everybody. We're here at Daytona International Raceway road course layout. Just got pole position, and I won. Yes. This is Automobilista 2, driving the number 3 GM Goodwrench. Driver owner Dale Earnhardt Sr., the Intimidator, a legendary Winston Cup champion, 7-time Winston Cup champion, tied with Richard Petty. Yes. But anyway, again, thanks for watching. This is HPSuprchrg2SS LS3. Thank you, Riza, for these beautiful, beautiful Stock USA Gen 2 NASCARs. Yes. Thank you, thank you. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next trial run. Later.